Deep in the American West, where the earth breathes fire and steam, lies Yellowstone National Park, a place so wild, so alive, it feels like the heartbeat of the continent itself. Spanning over 2 million acres across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, Yellowstone is not just a park. It's a living, dynamic testament to the raw power of nature. From its explosive geysers to its roaming wildlife, this is a landscape shaped by forces far older and fiercer than human history. Let's dive into what makes Yellowstone the wild heart of America. Picture a place where the ground rumbles with geothermal energy, where boiling water shoots skyward, and where ancient volcanoes have left their mark on the land. Yellowstone sits atop one of the world's largest active volcanic systems, a supervolcano so massive it could reshape the planet if it ever fully erupted. But don't worry, scientists say a catastrophic eruption isn't likely anytime soon. Instead, what we see today is the park's geothermal spectacle. Geysers, hot springs, mud pots, and fumaroles, all powered by a molten magma chamber miles beneath the surface. The star of this geothermal show is Old Faithful, a geyser so reliable it's become an icon. Every 90 minutes or so, Old Faithful erupts, shooting scalding water up to 180 feet into the air. It's not the biggest or most powerful geyser in Yellowstone, but its predictability draws crowds from around the world. Yet, Old Faithful is just one of over 10,000 geothermal features in the park. The Norris Geyser Basin, for example, is the hottest and most dynamic, with geysers and springs that can change overnight as the earth shifts and groans. These features are a reminder that Yellowstone is alive, its geology constantly reshaping itself in ways we can only witness, not control. But Yellowstone's heartbeat isn't just in its geology, it's in the vibrant ecosystem that thrives here. The park is home to some of the most iconic wildlife in North America. Bison, often called buffalo, roam the plains in herds, their massive forms a living link to the American frontier. These animals, once nearly extinct, have found a stronghold in Yellowstone, where they graze alongside elk, pronghorn, and deer. Predators, too, stalk these lands. Grizzly bears, with their powerful jaws and keen senses, roam the forests, while gray wolves, reintroduced in the 1990s, have reshaped the park's ecology by keeping deer and elk populations in check. The wolf reintroduction is one of Yellowstone's greatest conservation stories. By the 1920s, wolves had been hunted out of the park, disrupting the balance of the ecosystem. Without predators, elk populations exploded, overgrazing vegetation and harming rivers and forests. In 1995, scientists brought wolves back, releasing them into the Lamar Valley. The results were astonishing. Elk numbers stabilized, willow trees and other plants rebounded, and even beavers benefited from healthier rivers. This ripple effect, known as a trophic cascade, shows how interconnected Yellowstone's ecosystem is, a delicate balance where every species plays a role. Yellowstone's rivers and lakes are just as vital as its land. The Yellowstone River, one of the last free-flowing rivers in the U.S., carves through the park, creating the dramatic Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. This 20-mile-long canyon, with its golden walls and thundering waterfalls, is a geologic masterpiece. The river supports cutthroat trout, a keystone species that feeds bears, birds, and other wildlife. Meanwhile, Yellowstone Lake, one of the largest high-altitude lakes in North America, sits in the caldera of the ancient supervolcano, its crystal waters hiding a geothermal hotspot where underwater vents warm the lakebed. The park's climate and altitude, ranging from 5,000 to over 11,000 feet, create a patchwork of habitats, from lush meadows to alpine tundra. This diversity supports over 1,700 plant species, including lodgepole pines that dominate the forests. These trees are adapted to fire, with cones that only open under intense heat, releasing seeds to regenerate the forest. Fire is a natural part of Yellowstone's cycle, clearing old growth and making way for new life. The 1988 fires, which burned nearly a third of the park, were a stark reminder of this. Though devastating at the time, they sparked a rebirth of the landscape, proving that destruction and renewal go hand in hand in this wild place. Yellowstone was the world's first national park, established in 1872 by President Ulysses S. Grant. This bold act set a global precedent for conservation, recognizing that some places are too extraordinary to be tamed or exploited. Today, Yellowstone faces challenges. Climate change, invasive species, and millions of visitors each year put pressure on its ecosystems. Yet the park endures, a symbol of resilience and a reminder of our responsibility to protect it. As we explore Yellowstone, We're not just visiting a park. We're stepping into a story that began millions of years ago and continues today. Its geysers erupt, its rivers flow, its wildlife thrives, and its volcano simmers, all part of a living system that pulses with energy. Yellowstone is America's wild heartbeat, a place where the earth speaks, and we can't help but listen. So next time you think of nature's power, think of Yellowstone, where the ground steams, the bison roam, and the heart of the wild beats strong.